1 week STTP. We are eagerly waiting for your views on this topic, domains of academia.
Yeah.
I welcome you all.
Thank you so much, Professor Ritesh. Thank you all dignitaries for having me here. Am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. So it's indeed a great pleasure. It's indeed a great pleasure to be in Gujarat, maybe virtually. I am remembering, I'm feeling nostalgic, during doctorate, when I was doing PhD, I stayed 24 days in Rajkot. It was way back in 1992, I think. 1992, I stayed, and that was a wonderful month of January. So, I was, people in Gujarat are amazing host. And, I had like, I could witness the Patang festival and, my colleagues over there. I was working with Saurashtra University in Department of Physics. For 24 days, I stayed there and I could complete a lot of good quality research, my experimental work in Saurashtra University. So it's wonderful to connect again with and people, invited me for lunch and dinner and all because I was staying alone in the guest house. So with those memories, thank you so much for giving me a chance to talk to my dear faculty friends. Friends, point which I want to put across today is education and how to inculcate research and innovation into our day-to-day education, into our regular teaching learning process. Forget about that somebody will do research, somebody will go for PhD and postdoc and all that. No. The very first year of his career in graduation, post-graduation, whatever, can we as a teacher, we as a professor can inculcate or create an ecosystem wherein innovation will go ahead. So point is, it's era of, now I'm sharing my presentation, just a second. Fine, is it visible now? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Bright and clear.
Yeah, fine. So the point is seamless inclusion of innovation in pedagogy, the education 4.0 perspective. It's an era of fourth revolution of education because we are providing the manpower. We are creating a human resource for industry 4.0. So if they need to be perfectly fit, the exactly as per the industry needs, if we really want to provide a human resource, we as an academician, then we need to shift. There has to be a clear-cut quantum jump from education 3.0 to education 4.0 is the point which I really want to put across. That is the point. So now how to do that? So there are ways and means which I have been doing. I am into education for last 30 years. 30 साल engineering college I have spent, and those are the things. People talk about modern learning techniques, but modern teaching techniques are also important. Let us see in brief, like we all know, we are into fourth revolution of industry. So first was mechanization, second was mass production, and third was very important for us, automation. Third was computer aided machines, computer aided designing, computer aided manufacturing, CAD, CAM. The designing was taken care, the machining was taken care by computers. So that was the third era, and many of the industries in this country are still into third revolution of industry because of the lack of opportunities to upgrade themselves. And many educational institutions also are running and struggling into first and second revolution of education, not even reached into third, fourth ki to baat hi dur hai. So why it's so happen? Why it is happening like this? So automation, computer aided designing, computer aided machinery was like third revolution of industry, and fourth talks about artificial intelligence. Fourth talk about Internet of Things, big data, cloud computing, cyber physical system, 5G. Our phones are now 5G enabled, but 5G is not existing still. I mean, Internet of Things, machine learning, deep learning, the compilation and the right blend of machine learning, deep learning, and AI can decide, define, understand, formulate the procedures, processes, anything artificial neural networks have. So they are capable. I mean, we have made them capable of thinking, even taking decisions also into fuzzy situations also. So we are looking for everything to be smart. Har cheez smart. We want our mobile smart. We want our home as smart. Like I know when we have Internet of Things, I can monitor from my mobile what? Yes, whether by the time I'll reach my house after 25 minutes of drive, my AC must be cooled enough. My geyser must be ready with the exact temperature I want. That so that I should immediately enter. I will get a perfect temperature in my bedroom, and in the bathroom when I enter for a shower, I should get a correct right temperature. Entire thing. If I forget of doing all this thing, still somebody will take care switching off, energy saving, whatnot. This is what we are looking for. I mean, it has been already there, but not much popular in the country because, of course, money matters. So, but the companies are looking for this. So fourth revolution of industry is about AI, is about data science, is about data structures, is about big data, how to give students for them. Fourth revolution of education I was talking about. And I remember like 40 years back, I was in the number one school of the Nagpur city. And still I remember I was into first education revolution, which used to tell lectures and memorization. Our teacher used to come on the dais, used to teach us physics, chemistry, history, geography. And if somebody is with big question mark on their faces कि समझला नहीं और मेरे को समझा नहीं, अगर ये सब होता है तो मुख पाठ कर डालो. Learn by heart. You have to be first class first. We have expectation that you will stand first merit in 10th standard, SSC, HSC. So who will come first class first? A person who has got great memorization techniques. A person who can learn by heart chapter after chapters. I remember sulfur. Sulfur is an element of the complete chapter was learned by heart. So that was the generation when education was in first generation. No learning. It is mugging up. It is learning by heart. And you will, there was no surprise why people were doing this because there was no JEE, there was no MHCT. So obviously there were no competitive exams and NEET and all. So one who learns by heart can reproduce exactly what examiners want. So he will get 300 on 300 in PCM and he will get the best of the IITs in the country. So career is done. So it was not about understanding. It was not about knowledge gain. It was never reached to wisdom, but people were getting good education, good qualifications, foreign university admissions and whatnot. Perfect. So if that is happening, dear teachers, but zamana gaya hai. Angrezon ne, I mean, I don't want to talk about, but Britishers killed the very backbone of Indian education system by putting this entire education 1.2. कमर तोड़ दी पूरी, खत्म कर दिया एजुकेशन को, रट्टा मारो, because they wanted to create only babus and clerks for their East India Company. They never wanted engineers, they never wanted thinkers, they never encouraged philosophers, they never encourage innovators, which India has an heritage, amazing heritage. We had Takshashila, we had Nalanda. The entire world was trying, dying hard to get admissions to my country, my universities. We lost the glory into those 75, 80 years and then aaj bhi bhugat rahe hai. NEP is being launched. We have celebrated 1 year completion of NEP, but there is hardly any, implementations. But my point is, if I have understood NEP, if I endorse that, there cannot be any better document created as what Dr. Kasturi Rangan sir has created. 66 page of PDF. I'll still appeal if somebody has not gone through word by word in NEP, please go through it. Your own education, your own conscious about your teaching, learning when you will enter into the labs and classes will change. I guarantee you. वो बदल जाएगा, वो अपनी सोच बदलेगी, अपना स्वभाव बदलेगा, अपना कमिटमेंट बदल सकता है कि मेरे को बच्चों में इनोवेशन लाना है. So fine, first generation was lectures and memorization, we don't want it. Second was about internet enabled. We got internet and then we were like, yes, we can download PowerPoint presentations, we can go to Google and all that. So perfect. So, okay, one more important point I missed. While I'm sharing my thoughts, while I'm sharing my experience and my slides, please keep asking. Let me see where is the chat. Please keep writing anything. I'm writing hello. I'm starting chat because that is the only medium which is comfortable and we can interact with each other. So let us make it interactive. All what you feel, all what you want to suggest, all you can correct me, because for me also it's a learning process. It's what I talk is about my experience. So please keep correcting me, please suggesting something new. So make this platform as interactive as possible in next 30 minutes, and let us see that we can upgrade our teaching learning process to whatever level we are teaching, will incorporate the component of innovation into our classrooms. Is the very purpose of my lecture and the very purpose of this STTP as well. That's what I understand. So dear teachers, keep writing. I have already written hello in that. Okay, we'll do one thing. Just write down your own specialization into chat box. Don't write that if you are a physics teacher, so you are write physics. No, write down you love, astrophysics. Write down what you love. Just write down. I just want to see what specializations my today's fellow participants are having. I am writing my best was current interest. I have 12 PhD students awarded in soft magnetic material, hard magnetic material. That was my physics area. But right now, I am enjoying to learn and deliver on green economy. I have already mentioned. Please follow chat parallelly. And I love social innovation. These are my two new passion for last 5 years. I'm working on green economy and yes, Yashvi has already current interest agriculture, although having strong background of management. Perfect. This is what I want, and this is I want you to inculcate. I'm a student of computer science engineering. That doesn't mean I love computer science engineering. I can be fan of Instagram and I can be a great singer. Please pay attention to it. So education 2.0 was internet enabled, and I still go. I'm a NAC assessor and I go to many committees pan India. And when I ask teachers, what is your new technique? What are your innovative teaching learning methods? And they say we use internet in the class. I said, you are 2 generation पुराने हो आप. You are 2 generation पुरानी बात मत करिए कि we have class में Google है and we have intranet and external net. We have, so I tell them what you are telling me. ये जमाना जाके 20 साल हो गया. So please don't be proud. It is obvious. It is obvious. If I ask you what you had in your lunch, and if you tell me I had a dal, chawal, sabji, roti, I said it is obvious. Don't tell me even. Tell me if you have rasmalai, and tell me if you have a great mocktails before lunch. I am interested in desserts and desserts and starters. Dal, chawal, sabji, roti, sab khate. उसमें कोई credit नहीं है. So please remember, Rachita has given interest in how students critically think, though background of education and psychology. Amazing. This is also my favorite topic. Thank you, Rachita ma'am, because critical thinking, creativity, you will not believe, last 6-7 years when I shifted my interest from basic physics, 12-13 PhD student award ho gaye, I thought enough of it. I'm learning green economy and social entrepreneurship. And this is very important point. Creativity and critical thinking. Hiren sir says image processing and object detection. Amazing field. Yes. Thank you so much. Keep writing. Thank you, Hiren. Thank you, Rachita ma'am. Thank you, Yashvi. Please keep writing. And it motivates me that yes, people are listening and people are involved. Keep posting something. So education, smart manufacturing by Anusha. Thank you, Anusha. Education, then second generation. Perfect. No problem. Internet enabled. If you are using internet enabled, obvious, fine. Third revolution came into 1980s when Rajiv Gandhi was prime minister, and into his prime ministership, he realized that we are so behind the entire world. Entire world is talking about knowledge. And he invited Sam Pitoda from Chicago specially to make him chairperson of our planning commission. And Sam Pitoda, then we still call him as an Sam Pitoda, we call him as the father of information technology, father of Indian telecommunication. He did an amazing work into those 5-6 years. So amazing work Sam Pitoda ji did. And I'm very proud that Sam Pitoda ji is like, he is now 80 years, but he's still a mentor to all of us. I had like 4 interactions in last 2 months. He's an amazing mentor, amazing guide. And he has a special love for my college, Priyadarshini. because we have implemented few of his education ideas at my college. I'll discuss that also after some time. So third revolution was knowledge industry, knowledge worker, knowledge processing, knowledge based teaching, knowledge based learning. Knowledge होना चाहिए. Information is not enough. Knowledge and wisdom I don't talk about. वो तो बहुत ऊपर की बात है. So information, knowledge, and then comes the wisdom to think about what is good and what is bad. Kathy ma'am says image processing and defect detection. Amazing. And Vivek sir is saying this is detection using machine learning. Amazing, sir. We have a great audience today, and yes, they have innovative interests that interests me. Now comes fourth revolution of industry. It talks about education should produce innovation. See the meaning of it. Education, whatever I'm doing, I'm taking theory class, I'm taking practical class, I'm doing project, I'm guiding them, I am giving YouTube videos to watch at their leisure. Fine. But that education which I am providing should produce innovation. Means every class of mine which I am teaching should create scientists. Innovation has to be taken care by the teachers hand in hand when you are teaching and learning how to do that. Innovation can happen not at all only by brain, but when head, heart and soul, mind, body, soul, together when they are concentrated on certain favorite topic. Please mind my words. They are concentrated. Mind, body, soul, emotions, IQ and EQ, dil, dimag, emotions and IQ. EQ and IQ should go hand in hand, and then comes innovation. Because innovation is something what I am understanding is, if I teach you 5 chapters, student should get an idea of 6th chapter which I have never taught him, which I have never mentioned, but I have just triggered his curiosity component, his inquisitiveness about the subject so much that even he reaches to parking lot, he is not driving his scooter or whatever. He will start Google. Yaar, sir have told me something so amazing and I just want to explore it more. And this is where you are taking our students to the mode of self-learning. The mode of self-learning can only create innovation because if I tell you something new, then that is not new for you. It's my innovation. So that cannot be your innovation. So I tell you 5 things and you come up with 6th is something where I understand innovation happens. And it can happen. The kids today are amazing. So we need to create. Jignesh sir is interested in working in organic chemistry with background of inorganic. Great. Digital forensic. Neeraj said, sir, thank you so much. Automated framework of reconstruction of case in digital forensic. Amazing. Keep writing. I'm very happy you are interacting with me. Superb. So fourth revolution. And what is innovation? I mean, what do I understand by innovation? Innovation is any new idea, new device, new technique, new procedure, new method, new technique, new process, anything which is new. Something is existing and I have added a small component of change for betterment. I have added a small component of change for betterment is of something which I understand by innovation. I don't expect eureka moment from an Archimedes principle or Newton's law or thermodynamics law. मेरे बच्चे बनाए first year में. I don't expect. If at all we have such scientists in the school, colleges, amazing. But point I want to put across is कुछ तो नया करे बच्चे और वो नया करने के लिए मुझे कुछ तो ट्रिगर एक्स्ट्रा करना पड़ेगा. So that small thing, that small change, that small suggestion into the current system, that small thing which he look around, that small new concern about the society around him is innovation. And this we have to trigger is the very point and connotation I want to put across today through my lecture. ये मेरे को करना पड़ेगा. Who else will do? And why to nurture? Because country India needs innovators now. Enough of software engineers, enough of other routine workers. I call them workers. I call them babus. Even if they have taken MTech degree. So what? They're not doing anything new. They're not contributing what they have learned. They are doing something what has been allotted to them. Do this coding part. They may earn 20 lakhs, 50 lakhs package. So what? What is the net contribution? And the net contribution matters. He may draw 10 lakh package. He may go for 5 lakhs package. But if he can contribute to the country's growth, if he can contribute to his community's growth, if he can contribute, make a substantial contribution to his own field of electronics, mechanics, physics, whatever. That is where we are looking for innovation. In India, I like, it's many of you may disagree, but the A-class innovation happens with the scientists, engineers, professionals, highly educated people who are working into government scientific organization like DST, like ISRO, like DRDO, amazing scientists. They are doing like APJ Abdul Kalam sir, CNR Rao sir, and Kasturi Rangan sir, innovation kar rahe. First time doing something new method, new device, new process, new method, new methodology, new thinking process, newness. They are amazing people. They are contributing. Our ISRO is many times ahead of NASA. We are proud of that. So that is something is professionally being carrying out research and innovation. Tick. Number one. Nobody can compete. Number two में हम नहीं आ रहे. Number two is about kids. And you will be surprised to see that. Number two is kids. Yeah. Because the kind of newness in the thoughts, because they still believe in magic and miracles. मैं आपको बोल दूं ना कि ये पंख लगा के उड़ना है तो 2 साल का बच्चा बोलेगा हाँ पंख बना लेते चलो, right? And if I tell you that let us create wings and fly together in the sky, you will laugh at me. You will not even 0.1% believe in me. And वो बच्चे को बोल दो तो वो बोलेगा हाँ सर चलो कैसे बनाना है, पेपर ला लेगा, कटिंग चालू कर देगा, and he will say, come on, great, let us fly. That amusement, imagination, belief and faith in miracle and magic makes them the second best category of innovation in this country. Please nurture that innocence, nurture that belief, nurture that behavioral, purity with the heart and head and soul among the kids. That is yours and my responsibility. अगर मैं वो मार देता हूं, अगर मैं उनको हर चीज पे डाउट करना सिखा दूं, अगर मैं उनको बोल दूं कि इंडिया में कुछ नहीं होता, सारे नोबेल प्राइज बाहर मिल रहे, ये मेरा, दिस इज नॉट माय ड्यूटी. So kids are doing, and I'm telling you some 3, 4, 5 amazing examples to whom I know personally. So kids at second number, grassroots research is amazing in the country like India. Those who are illiterate for that matter, 10th fail, 8th fail, 9th standard fail, they are mechanics, they are farmers, they are electricians, they are technicians. They are doing it as per their need. I have my farm 100 kilometers from here, and there are many workers who are like not even 10th standard passed. And when I reach there, and they will tell, sir, we have saved your 25,000. And I said, how come? तुमने 25,000 मांगा नहीं मेरे को. What you did? Sir, a pump has such a problem, and I did a jugaad. I cut a tin sheet. I did this, that. Now force is double, and the old pump is working better than what it was. And I salute. Come on, I am a physicist, I am a scientist. What the hell I'm doing it? And the fellow who is not even literate has created an innovative, almost a device, an add-on to an original pump, Kirloskar pump, wherein the mechanical, electrical and big engineers are designers. IIT passed outs are designing that. He created an improvement into their pump. Can you believe this? Because it is need-based. Because he knows only pump. Because he knows the performance of that pump within heart. So that is where I understand. That is where we need to sensitize our students that yes, innovation you can do. So third level is grassroots, and fourth is formally pursuing research and doctorate. I have my 12 student passed out, but still I remain, because the very focus, the very target is academic research. The very target is PhD degree. And you get stuck up with the research guide, his behavior, his availability, research center availability, topic availability, equipment availability, devices availability, testing facilities availability. You struggle into something absolutely else. And my department is asking 2 Scopus papers. So manage, buy, pay 5,000 and get a Scopus paper. we get into some different direction. And my promotion is due, so I need to finish a PhD in 3 years. Come on. I mean, there is, except research and innovation, all other 10 targets are there. So this is something, it is so pinching. So why this fourth category is not able to create? I understand there are patents, but how many of them are useful? God knows. So now what is the root cause of this? The root cause of that is left brain and right brain. We all know, I mean, this is a very common concept of psychology. Left brain people, there are people who have left brain as a very strong thing, and there are people who have right brains. So left brains are thinking, rational thinking, sequencing, linear thinking, mathematics, facts. They'll say, show me the proof. If I say 5 plus 5 is 19, and they will go calculator and they'll say 5 plus 5 is 10. So for them, 5 plus 5 is always and forever 10. And if you talk to right brain people, they are artists. They are imaginative. They have 3D visualization before something happens in front of them. They are architects. They are architects, they are painters, they are poets. They are all people, and they are engineers. They are doctors, because basically they are right brain people, but they have taken admission into engineering, medical, whatever field. Fine. So that component, that strong component, they have intuitions. वो ऐसा बोलता है, मेरे को मालूम कुछ नहीं है, पर मेरे को लगता है ऐसे होगा, और वो सही में होता है. That is where intuition pays and plays its important role. They have holistic thinking. Fine, this research is good, but my society will be, polluted. Sorry, I can't take this. He will not say that this industry should be put up here because I am earning 20 crores. No, he will say my kids will be, getting polluted air. Hard. So holistic thinking. They'll have arts, they have aesthetic appreciations, they have imagination, they have 3D. For innovation, you have to create something which you have not seen. And if you have not seen, you have to imagine. So 2 plus 2 is always 4 for left brain, and 2 plus 2 can be 2000 or 2 lakhs to the people who are right brains. So we need to nurture, we need to understand, we need to check, create a small psychological test, and I can immediately sort out right brain and left brain people. Let left brain people be coders, programmers, discipline maintainers, but the right brain people are holistic thinkers. They can imagine, they can think beyond, they can see beyond, they can 3D visualize the thing. ऐसे लोगों को अलग करिए, आपको जबरदस्त इनोवेटर्स आपके हर क्लास में मिलेंगे. That is for sure. Emotional quotient is amazing for right brain people. Those who have right brain, emotional connect is amazing. Transactional analysis, I take sessions and workshops on transactional analysis. I take 2-3 days workshops on transactional analysis, and I'm remembering a small thing that right now you all are listening to me. So your input devices are open, ears, right? And my output device is on. So your input is on, my output is on. We are interacting, we can hear. I'm using most of the time English language or sometimes Hindi. So you understand these languages. So your input devices are listening. They are hearing, they are listening, they are absorbing, but they are not storing it forever. Yeah, they are not storing it, because all that is happening in our RAM. Our brains also have RAM and hard disk. We have RAM. So anything and everything we keep on listening to is into our temporary memory. So we have all that in our temporary memory, RAM. The moment next lecture comes, Vivek Nanuti gets washed out, and another new scientist comes, and we are again enjoying that, and that also gets washed out because it's in RAM. Then how to do that? Control S button, Command S button. If you are using Apple, it is Command S. So what is that Command S? What is that Control S button? Control S button is emotion. The carrier from RAM to hard disk is an emotion. So whenever you are listening to somebody, have some emotion shared with them. When you enter the class, students should love you. Students should respect you. Students should at least have faith that yes, he is a senior teacher. Yes, the management of the college which I have taken admission have selected him because of his good qualities, education qualifications, and his teaching style. So So I am happy. So I'm lucky to have this teacher. Some kind of emotion, if you can connect, then that control S button, all the data which they listen into the RAM can go to their hard disk forever to reproduce when they will appear and exam, and when they can correlate, when they will be true innovators in their life. Dear teachers, please establish an emotional connect with them. And this control S button becomes an auto control S, auto saved. It becomes auto saved. That carrier from RAM to hard disk is an emotion. So please believe, right now you are listening to me, have faith. Have faith on Ritesh Palkar sir and other sir कि भाई इन्होंने बुलाया है तो हो सकता है इनसे कुछ सीखने मिल जाए. बस मात्र इतनी भावना भी आपको मेरी बोली वाली चीज आज से 20 साल बाद याद रखने के लिए काफी है. वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि एक इमोशन मेरे साथ कनेक्ट हो जाए, ना कि आप मेरे पे डाउट करो. डाउट करने में आपका अगला 1.5 घंटा चले जाएगा और सारा रैम तो छोड़ो कहीं नहीं रहेगा. सो अगर हमने 1-1.5 घंटा डालना है तो वी हैव टू बी इनटू लर्निंग मोड. सो इन्वॉल्विंग हेड, हार्ट एंड बॉडी, वेयर हैपेंस innovation happens. And this innovation we need to trigger. For that we have to balance the emotional quotient. Just sharing a small story from Bangalore. Shalini Kumar. Shalini Kumar was an 8th standard student from a very poor family and from a very small school near a village in Bangalore. छोटी सी बच्ची थी, 8वीं कक्षा की. I'm just telling you how head, heart, soul works together to create an innovation. Shalini was her grandfather was her best friend. Who was the best friend of 8th standard girl? Her grandfather. Why? Because they were from very poor family. They had only 2-room small house, and on the terrace they had a beautiful terrace garden. They didn't had a courtyard. कोई आंगन नहीं था उनके पास. So they had a terrace, and on terrace they had a beautiful garden. And the Shalini used to come at 5:30 from her school, throw her bag and run on the terrace with her Dadaji and enjoy gardening for 2 hours. And that was the best tonic for Shalini. And one unfortunate day, Dadaji met with an accident. Dadaji met with an accident and both legs fractured. Both legs fractured. And he got bedridden. So sad. And he got bedridden, and Shalini started crying and weeping. She felt so sad, so bad, that now her partner, her gardening partner, her best buddy, cannot accompany her on the terrace for that gardening enjoyment. And she was sad. She was like crying and crying. See why it so happened. And then she was like, started worrying. Then slowly, of course, Dadaji got operated. Both the legs got operated, and he started walking with the help of walker. We all have seen walker, right? There are 2 types of walker. One with small wheels, and another is like we lift and it goes like that. So we lift that walker and it goes like that. So Shalini's Dadaji got a lifting kind of walker, and he slowly started walking on the roads also with the help of that walker. But somehow when he used to reach to those staircase to climb up the next floor, he was unable to climb the staircase because both legs were injured, and the walker was unable to help him climb those staircase. ये बात दिल में लग गई थी. This was such a pain in her heart, not in her brain, pain in her heart, that why can't my Dadaji use this walker to climb the staircase? She used to watch after coming to the school. She used to watch her Dadaji, her legs movement, her walker movement. See the concentration. Point is about concentration. Point is about thinking deep. So she was deeply thinking, watching her Dadaji, her legs, his legs movement, his walker movement. And she, at the moment the Dadaji reached to the staircase, he used to turn back because that walker was unable to help him to climb those staircase. So sad. So then she was watching it, and one fine evening she got a eureka idea. She was so happy. She said that Dadaji reaches to that staircase. If those front legs of the walker can be folded inside, if we can have 2-piece legs and there can be a spring action between them, so those 2 legs will get folded inside and that walker can get inserted into that staircase, so Dadaji can step ahead. This is the idea. This was $1 million idea, dear teachers. And Shalini ran to her teacher and told, ma'am, I have an idea. Can we not create a folding walker so that my Dadaji can climb? Anybody who is using walker can climb the staircase very easily if we can create a foldable walker. if you can create a modified, can I modify? And teacher was so wonderful. Shalini was so lucky to have teacher like her. She said, your idea has power. This idea can change the entire scene. Write down that idea. And National Innovation Foundation, they have office in Ahmedabad. They have office in, Bhubaneswar. National Innovation Foundation, NIF. It's a dream project of then President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir. So that was the idea came to her mind. She wrote an idea, rough idea, that there should be spring action, there should be those legs should be folded, this, that, whatever. She wrote all that. She created a small pencil sketch for that. Drawing nikala hath se. She was not design engineer. She was not mechanical engineer. She was not metallurgical engineering. She doesn't know the force versus weight versus. क्या पता था? 8th standard poor student, but दिल में innovation था. Because the pain was that Dadaji cannot climb. And she wrote entire thing, uploaded on NIF, and to her great surprise, 2017's Best National Innovation Award was backed by Shalini Kumar. National Best Innovation Award. 2 lakhs rupees cash prize at the hands of President of India at Delhi, along with parents flying with a flight to Delhi. Amazing. Her life got changed just because of that concentration, just because of that idea, just because of that curiosity, the inquisitiveness her teachers must have inculcated in her mind. The things got changed. Shalini got first prize, a lot of name, fame, but ye sab kuch kam tha. The more rewarding thing what she got is 3 IIT professor mentors, personally mentoring to her. For all that JEE, our students strive that they should get chance to learn at IITs. Shalini, 8th standard student from a poor family, from a small village, from a very poor school, got IIT mentors. And they started talking to her. Shalini की meeting हो रही है IIT professors के साथ, and she is explaining her design concept, and people are creating prototypes. The design engineers, the PhDs in design in IITs, they are following Shalini and they are guiding her. They are mentoring her. They are supervising her. And the prototypes were created, and one final product was created just for cost of 3,000. Shalini got an international patent. Shalini gets royalty to every walker which gets sold. The moment it was done and finally approved, the product was launched on the internet market and 10,000 walkers were booked. And you can imagine, Shalini became Lakhpati. She started earning heavily because she had a chair. She got a royalty. She had a patent. 9th standard student, 8th standard student can have an amazing change in the lifestyle. The name, fame, recognition, and the mentoring from IIT professors only because that innovation component was imbibed by her teachers during teaching learning. I mean, amazing. कितना मुश्किल होता होगा, but हो रहा है. And she got a prize. And such innovations, if an 8th standard student can do, then why not your and my students can do all these things? Why can't we do these things? I can tell you many examples. Please go to, if you are still not visited NIF website today itself, go and visit National Innovation Foundation website. There are more than 3.5 lakhs innovation. Share them as per your subject needs into your classrooms and tell that a 9th standard student, the 6th standard boy has this innovation to his credit and an international patent to his name. What we are doing. You are graduate. You have good parents. You have amazing college. You have great teachers as your mentors. Why can't you? This triggering thing can change a normal student into innovators, I guarantee you. 608 districts and 992 grassroots kids, innovators are being till date recognized by at national level. You cannot imagine. I mean, we have been, we are, so much into books. We are so much into theory. We are so much into something which we have already learned that we are not ready to imagine anything new. That imagination we have to put into our kids, that vision, that perspective, that concentration towards looking at the things, that problem focused learning, the complex problem solving techniques, those skills are required which we are not teaching. Innovation का कोई lecture नहीं है. फिजिक्स का है, केमिस्ट्री का है, केमिकल का है, इलेक्ट्रिकल का है, मैकेनिकल का है, इनोवेशन का कहाँ लेक्चर है? तो कैसे इनोवेशन करेंगे बच्चे? See this is small innovation. And Ayushman Nayak, a small boy of 8th standard, Ayushman Nayak, he always used to see, he's from Rajasthan and he know what level of water scarcity people have. And then he just was thinking, when, we all use washing machines, right? We have washing machine. We fill the tub, put some 5 shirt pants into it, and the moment it is done, it is drained. 100, 200 things are drained. 200 लीटर पानी खत्म, 300 लीटर पानी खत्म. What is the difference between? So Ayushman Nayak was watching one day washing machine. Washing machine tub was filled, clothes were washed, and the drain button was clicked, and entire water went on into drainage, wasted. He got pain here that my citizens of Rajasthan are not even getting water to drink, and how this is criminal wastage of water. And then he realized, see the idea. बच्चे के दिमाग में आया क्या? What must be the difference between the inlet water and outlet water? Inlet is from tap water. So inlet and outlet, what is the difference of that water? So difference is outlet water has dust, dirt, and soap. That's it. Inlet water and outlet water are same if I can remove dirt, dust, and soap. He created a filter of his own without electricity. The sand and all that, we have seen many such filters. And he attached that filter. You can see this figure, see this one. He attached that filter to an outlet, pipe of that washing machine. And then a small pump, which will pump back the water to the tub. Such a simple task. I mean, one tub of water now can wash 100 clothes. Because the water I'm reusing is free of dust, dirt, and soap. That's what. I don't have to drink that water. Come on, but this sensitization, this emotion of people are wasting water never struck our mind. We are wasting water after water, tubs after tubs. Daily we run washing machines and thousands of liters of water is wasted directly into drain. No rainwater harvesting is happening. No water conservation is happening because we have 24 hours, 24/7 tap water available. We have great wells full of water with us. We are privileged, but that doesn't mean that we should waste all of them. We need to be careful about that. So this sensitization, I show, amazing research people are doing. See this, Shruti Parna Ratha. She said, see, I am expecting teachers to sensitize students emotionally. She did same job for people. What she did, see, we in summers, in winters, we enjoy in shower. And we don't even realize people these days have musical systems in bathrooms. So we are enjoying music and we are continued in the shower and we enjoy shower. But that is wasting of water, huge amount of water. So what she did, see, this is the picture. It is small picture. She is Shruti Parna Ratha from 7th standard. And what she did thought of, that she created a water meter. Just below shower, you will keep seeing a water meter. So by the time you have done with 5 minutes of shower, the meter will be showing you have finished 300 liters of water. So you should feel bad about it and switch off the shower. See, this is called as innovation. हम रोज देखते हैं, हम रोज washing machine use कर रहे हैं, हम रोज shower water use कर रहे हैं, but we are not realizing. अरे, just keeping a meter serves a purpose. शर्म आएगी मेरे को. I'll be conscious. Come on, I can't waste so much of water. It's a national loss. I can't do this. This is where I want to make you all teachers, to make you students understand. ये सब भी होता है और ये sensitization is required. I'll share this. There is a small village near Nagpur. I visited there, a Pavan public school. It's a Bhandara district. Pavani is a small place where a very small school is there, Pavan public school. And Samir and Vidhi, this is the first picture. You can see a man with a wood cutting machine. Samir and Vidhi are 2 kids of 7th standard. And what they used to do, both were neighbors. They had a morning school. Morning school होके वापस आते थे 12-1 बजे. और 1 बजे आने के बाद both fathers, Samir's father and Vidhi's father, were carpenters. And they used to get those big blocks from, wood cut from somewhere. and they used to shapen them. Round logs, wood logs, round, hexagonal, square. That was their duty. That was their job. But the wood cutting machine which they were using were crude, homemade. One RE, one blade, another blade, cutting edges, shifting that thing there, and that thing was prepared. Now what? Both Samir and Vidhi used to come at morning school at after 1 o'clock. He used to watch their fathers that they are doing all that movement, right? This, and then they are cutting the log. But if you watch it, you will see the man is making wood, wood pieces, wood logs as per need. No. What Samir and Vidhi could see is their father's shirt was torn at the wrist. They had blood stains on their hands. Their nails are half cut and bleeding. And this was a daily scene. That was painful to Samir and Vidhi, and they said, "This is so bad. This is so bad. My father is getting hurt. My father daily gets injuries. His shirt is always torn at the hands and at this wrist part. Something we should do." See the magic and miracle and imagination ka chamatkar. They thought, this is so bad. Why my father should get hurt daily? This is his job. And they both were concentrating. They bought a paper and pencil and they thought, created a drawing, and then they realized, come on, this blade is, if shifted 3 centimeter back, job is done. My father will never get any wound on their wrist. Because that blade was not placed properly. It was a crude machine prepared, homemade machine. And I should shift this thing here and that thing there. Created a drawing. Can you believe? Big design engineers cannot do this. What Samir and Vidhi of 6th and 7th standard students could do. And they changed the design of wood cutting machine. They improved. Innovation happened. Drawing किया सादा पेंसिल से कि ये ब्लेड थोड़ी आधा सेंटीमीटर पीछे लाओ, ये जो यहाँ पे जो रुकता है वो रुकने वाला लॉक थोड़ा आगे लाओ. They changed the design such that their father should not get injuries, their shirt should not get torn off. That's it. And this design they submitted to National Innovation Foundation and got top 10 best innovation awards of the country. And they got mentors. This is what can happen with your and my students also if we can. ये हो सकता है ना, ये कौन सी बड़ी बात है, पर ये इनोवेशन, ये तड़प, ये शिद्दत, ये हिम्मत, ये ताकत, ये सोच की गहराइयां, ये जब तक मैं नहीं तय कर पा रहा हूं, ये जब तक मैं बच्चों के दिलों में वो आग नहीं लगा पा रहा हूं ना कि यार कर ही नहीं रहे बच्चे, कुछ नहीं कर रहे. मैं बता रहा हूं दिस इज लेग, सो दे विल से दिस इज लेग. आई को टीचर से कट करना, सर बोल रहे हैं ना दिस इज लेग, एंड आई से दिस इज स्टमक, तो फाइन स्टमक यार लिखो ना, पूरे में से पूरे नंबर आ जाएंगे. इसको स्टमक लिखो, सर ने बताया है, सो वी विल गेट फुल ऑन फुल. दिस इज व्हाट लेवल ऑफ टीचर, सैल्यूट टू देम. दिस इज सो बैड. We need to make classes interactive. We need to make innovation component as a regular feature of our classes. 1189 patents have been already applied under NIF. Amazing contribution ho gaya. This was a dream project of Kalam sir. And see what has changed, has happened. Please go and visit on NIF this thing, and you can see what an amazing thing. You can check it out on it. So our own students should also see that. See what National Education Policy says. Main responsibility of we teachers, you and me, is, now these words are very important. I have just cut and copied and pasted from NEP document. Recognizing, identifying, and fostering the unique capability of each student, not group of student, not mechanical student, electronic student, no. Of my third year student, no. It is recognizing, identifying, and fostering the unique capability of each student by sensitizing teachers as well as parents to promote each student's holistic development. कितने यूजफुल वर्ड यूज कर. मैं एनईपी कोई रिवाइज ही नहीं कर सकता, मैं तो भक्त हूं इसका. मैं तो आई एम फैन ऑफ दिस डॉक्यूमेंट. आई मीन अभी इसको सेंटेंस को आप इंप्रूव करके दिखाइए, स्कोप ही नहीं. इतना ब्यूटीफुली ड्राफ्टेड है, यू कांट इमेजिन. So recognizing, identifying and fostering unique capability of each student. कहाँ कर रहे हैं हम लोग? Do you know every student's favorite thing? Do you know what he loves? Do you know what are the best skills in him? Do you know what are his specialized skills with him? Do you know what you have not taught but he is expert into? Sir, इसका तो कोई क्लास ही नहीं है, इसकी तो कोई मेथड ही नहीं है. So dear teachers, let me suggest you one small method which I use into my colleges. I've already implemented it and it's working like anything. Kids today are amazing. Please don't underestimate them. Please don't underestimate them. We need to change at the place where, how? We have to adjust our own teaching styles with respect to the methods and media our students understand, right? So adjusting our teaching styles with the students' learning style is the very motto, should be rather target of every teacher. Now for that, what should we do? What we do in my college, let me share it. I tell them, it never guarantees that you are a mechanical student, so you love mechanical engineering. No. He wanted computer science, but he couldn't get. He wanted to be a painter, but his parents pushed him into an engineering college. Ja, engineer ban ja. And get an IT job and run for that 20 lakhs package. Sorry. But he wanted to be a painter. He wanted to be something else. So please ask them question. I do what? In very first year, I ask these 4 questions which are there on the screens. What you wish to do, what you should do, what you want to do, and what you love to do. What do you wish to do? Ask him at least. What you should do mechanical engineering because you are now admitted into mechanical engineering. You should attend the classes, you should do theory, you should do practical, you should do projects, you should appear for the campus interviews and get placed. This is the story. Done. What else? This is not giving him the happiness. I tell you, I have met many people who have worked 35 years in the bank as a manager and whatnot. And they say the worst jobs in the world are banks. Never let my kids join bank. If you hate bank, if you hate that banking job, you spend your 35 years, or rather I should say you wasted your life 35 years into that bank where you didn't like it. It's fine. There was initial years when there was a struggle. So you need money. You have to run your family, your kids. Fantastic. But someday you should realize that that is not for you. Someday you should realize that this banking is not your cup of tea. When you have earned enough, at least after 10 years, at least after 5 years, अभी तो बदलो यार. पूरी जिंदगी 60 साल की हो गई और हमने पछतावे में भी निकाल दी. All negative thoughts. Bank is worst. Useless banking hours. Third class. Come on. Life, you have one life. Please don't waste it. Please don't waste on repenting it. Please don't talk negative about your own job. Instead, select the one which you love. So this opportunity, this understanding, I give it to my first year students right in the first year. And I allow them, create a Google form. You can do immediately. Create a Google form and ask them that what is that, they are pursuing best degree. It's an era of add-ons. What is your add-on? Ask them. How can be you different from thousands of similar degree holders? How can you do that? There are 1,000 chemical engineers passing out. There are 10,000 mechanical engineers passing out this in country. Are everybody going to get a job? Can they be innovators into it? No, ऐसा कुछ होने नहीं वाला है. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला है because he doesn't love mechanical engineering. So you need to make them understand what is that extra in you, why a company should hire you, what is that best thing in you, what is that important skill, knowledge, competency, expertise, hobby, what is that which makes you different from remaining 10,000 people who are passing out with the same degree and same marks. Ask them, sensitize them, do it right in the first year and then see the results. One can do amazing in this career if it is chosen one. मेरी पसंद का कुछ रहेगा ना तो मैं सब कुछ कर लेता हूँ. See what we love. If we love watching movie, we pay $3,000 for PVR and Cinepolis because we are enjoying. The moment students start enjoying teaching learning process, when the moment students start innovating, thinking beyond out of box, if they start. So at the first time, just try this method. Give 2 options to them. Option 1, adding value. What way you will be different from your own other 10,000 mechanical engineers? So what values you should add? Give them an option. And option 2 is about that banker story I did. कि 35 साल काम करके थर्ड क्लास जॉब है. तो वैसा इनके साथ ना हो जाए. They should not waste their time repenting and abusing their job, what they are doing. All jobs are good. It is about matching, it is about choice, it is about love, it is about compatibility of that job profile with your nature, your behavior. Not everything suits everyone, fine, and there are 1,000 opportunities. There is option 2, that is, so option 1 is additional knowledge and skills. Provide them the list. If they are CSC, IT, computer, IT, AI, artificial intelligence, data science student, give them a list. These are the add-ons. Which one you want to do? Skills, give them the list and let them choose. Once you choose, then you have an ownership for that. And when you are burdened with that, let तेरे को computer science, so then it is not his choice. He will say, मैंने तो बोला था पापा को, मेरे को मेडिकल जाना था, मेरे को यहाँ ढकेल दिया, so I am failed in all classes. My conscience is clear. मैंने तो घर में ही बोल दिया था कि मेरे को फेल ही होना था, मेरे को तो इंजीनियरिंग जाना ही नहीं था. Please take care of such kids. Kids are different these days. This Gen Z is different. So give them the list of additional skills and option 2, ask them. What is option 2? Option 2 can be sports, piano, cooking, photography, movie making, video editing, dance, drama, performing arts, specialized skills, YouTubing, e-commerce, Instagram influencing, team management, online guidance. अरे कुछ भी हो सकता है. I have listed some 10 things which I find my students are doing, but there can be another list of 50 things which are their option 2. So these option 2 are also to be nurtured because इसमें innovation होना तय है. If he is fond of e-commerce, if he has already started his purchase selling model, घर में उसकी मम्मी अचार बना रही है और उसने ऑनलाइन पोर्टल पे अचार बेचना शुरू कर दिया है. So friends, he will innovate into that e-commerce system, I tell you, because it is his choice. If he is doing, he has already created video editing something and he is doing some projects, he is amazing, he loves video editing, he will be an innovator into video editing, make it sure, because it is his choice. That love, head, heart, soul, वो दिल से लगी वाली चीज है ना, वहां इनोवेशन होगा. मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग में वो स्टूडेंट है लेकिन वो इनोवेट नहीं कर पाएगा. And we are interested, country wants innovators. And innovation can take place only among our favorite topics. You just cannot expect anything which somebody doesn't love can happen to him. So it's not possible. So dear teachers and administrators, I always appeal, and I have created such spaces into many things. This is my simple suggestion. If you really want to see education into fourth revolution, if you really want to go innovation hand in hand with the teaching learning process, if you really want to have innovators born during your 4-year, 3-year degree courses, तो innovation के लिए जगह तो बनाई है. Where is the space and time for innovation? 10 to 11 physics, 11 to 12 something, 12 to 1 lunch break, 1 to 2 practical, 2 to 3 डमका, English. Innovation का lecture कहाँ है? जब उसकी कोई जगह ही नहीं है. When there is no place, when there is no time, when there is no thought process, when there is no mentoring about innovation, how you are going to shift to that out of box thinking? फिर हमने बोले बच्चों ने ना कि नया सोचना चाहिए. अब कब सोचेंगे? When? Which time you have dedicated for innovation? Which time you have dedicated for? वो कौन सी जगह है भाई जब आपने बोल के रखा है कि आपका innovation करना है? वो what is that place and what is that time? Create a small place. You will not believe 5-6 years back when this idea struck my mind with our senior professor, Professor Sanjay Jain, we created a space called Knowledge Center, and we created where? Into a small corridor. A small corridor was named with Knowledge Center. We gave a nameplates there and we told students that you can do whatever you love to do here. Please take out your labels of your mechanical engineering, electrical engineering and whatever. I don't know. I don't want to ask you what is your branch, what is your subject. I don't want. What was your score in 12th standard and JEE? I don't want. I want what is your learning motivation. What is that one topic you love to pursue throughout your life? ये सब्जेक्ट दे दो सर, मैं जिंदगी भर पढ़ सकता हूँ. उतनी मोहब्बत, उतना प्यार, उतनी शिद्दत, उतनी ताकत, उतनी हिम्मत, उतनी सोच जिस सब्जेक्ट के लिए मेरी पैदा होती है, वो सब्जेक्ट मेरा प्रिय सब्जेक्ट है, उसमें इनोवेशन तय है. सो क्रिएट सम प्लेस, नॉलेज सेंटर, नाम कुछ भी दे दीजिए, कॉल इट इनोवेशन सेंटर, कोवर्किंग स्पेस, नॉलेज लैब, नॉलेज सेंटर, थिंक लैब, डिजाइन स्टूडियो, नॉलेज कैफे, कुछ भी बनाइए. आई हैव मेंटर्ड मेनी एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशंस फॉर दिस. कभी कॉल कर लेना मेरे को, आई विल एक्सप्लेन हाउ टू डू दिस, बट क्रिएट अ नॉलेज सेंटर, क्रिएट अ नॉलेज कैफे, allow students to drink coffee, allow students to use their local language, keep them chill, and then innovation will flourish. And that is the point. It is interdisciplinary. When a chemical student will just like talk with some mechanical engineering student or telecom student, and they will discuss, collaboration will happen and innovation will come up. No innovation comes singularly from one single field. So my earnest request to all those who are attending this, अरे कुछ भी बनाइए. You can create an outdoor, एक झाड़ के नीचे 2-3 वाईफाई पॉइंट्स लगा दीजिए और एक लैपटॉप चार्जिंग पॉइंट्स लगा दीजिए. That is my knowledge center. You don't need to provide anything. You need to provide the environment. I created one of the architecture colleges in Nagpur. I just requested that principal, ma'am, create this space. She said, you come, you take HOD's meeting and you decide whatever you want to do. I took a HOD's meeting and said, I need a small space. They had a small canteen ki side mein jagah bachi thi. That shade they created as a knowledge cafe. So students drink coffee. Town planning student talks with interior designers and interior designs talks with the external architects. Amazing. The perfect collaboration happens and students have free mind to think on. They don't have walls of those subjects. Allow them beyond classrooms, field trips, site visit, discussion, case studies. Need more change kariye uska. Consultation, team assignment, social media based assignment, individual and team design assignment. You need to break the monotony. Students are bored. They don't love these kind of things anymore. So bring them out of class. If you want to think them out of box, bring them out of class. उनके हिसाब से थोड़ा सोच. I take class in lawns also. बहुत मजा आता है. When you don't want them to write and I don't want anything to write on board. I just want to convey a beautiful concept of my subject. So let that mind be free of pen, pencil, those four walls, that blackboard. Relax, chill, and then enjoy. See that gets stored permanently into their minds. So change the experiential learning. Enhancing curiosity with such activities can only build an automatic process of involving seamless things into learning. Self-learning habit डालना मेरा प्रथम कर्तव्य है. मैं टीचर हूं, मैं जिंदगी भर उसको नहीं पढ़ाने वाला हूं, but I want to create a lifelong learner. And lifelong learning cannot be by a mentor, a teacher. No, it has to be a self-learning. So self-learning inculcate करिए, habit डालिए, तो हमको समझ में आए. Then people have problem. वो मेरे को तो आइडिया ही नहीं आती. I never a new idea got struck to my mind. मैं गधा हूँ. You know, I'm stupid. I don't get ideas. Sorry. Everybody is like that. But there is a method. There is a process called design thinking through which anybody and everybody, if goes through these 2-3 days workshops, can understand the very process of ideation. Ideate करना, आइडिया का निर्माण करना, आइडिया की सोच दिमाग के अंदर पैदा करना. This can happen, technically happen, if you undergo design thinking. So give this course to your students. They are online available, physical available. But if design thinking process, because बच्चों को मालूम ही नहीं कि आइडिया निकलती म्हणजे क्या. What does it mean by ideation? So this can be taught. All big companies are teaching this. And it's a non-linear process. There can be an idea. There can be a prototype. There can be some testing going on. There is a definition through which. So it's a non-linear process. Emphasize, empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. See to it, dear teachers, that design thinking should be a major role play into our teaching learning process. Country like India needs social innovation. Plain innovation, social innovation. मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ दिल लगना चाहिए. मेरे पास पानी नहीं, मेरे गांव का ये प्रॉब्लम, मेरे रोड का ये प्रॉब्लम, मेरे यहाँ वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट नहीं हो रहा, मेरे यहाँ लाइट का प्रॉब्लम है, मेरे यहाँ एनर्जी इश्यूज है, मेरे हफ्ते में 3 दिन लाइट जा रही थी, मैं जहाँ रहता, मेरे यहाँ मेरे को तकलीफ, माय तकलीफ, मेरी इमोशन, मेरे लोग, मेरे माँ बाप. You know that ownership can be brought and then social innovation can happen. My वृद्धाश्रम, my बालाश्रम, अनाथालय, orphanages, old age homes, यहाँ लगता है. If you send your students to an orphanage and say, find out 10 problems into that orphanage, and they will tell that drainage was blocked. Where those kids take bath, drainage was blocked. Those bathrooms were leaking. Their blackboards are broken. Their teachers doesn't report daily. You can find 10, 25 problems which emotionally a student can be triggered. And then you see student will come up with the problems and come up with the solutions both. But send the interdisciplinary team is the mantra for that. I am travel, meet new people, cover entire band of society and break the boundaries are the mantra for nurturing innovation for teachers, for students, both. Network is net worth. I'm working currently with, I'm fond of traveling. You will not believe when I decided like 2016, I decided enough of physics now. I want to learn social entrepreneurship and green economy. You will not believe in last 5 years, I have undergone 18 trainings. Physical, offline, only 3 or 4 I did online. Physical, offline training I attended into the world's #1 universities. 23 universities I visited in last 6 years. University of Edinburgh, I learned business model. I could never do MBA, but I wanted to understand entrepreneurship. I did a course in University of Edinburgh, Scotland, the world's 400 years old university. I did creativity and critical thinking course, 9 days course in Technisch University, Germany, in an architecture college. And currently I am working with Warsaw University into economics department, learning to understand how an economics of the country can impact on greening. Or greening of education, greening of culture, greening of energy, greening building, green schools, green structures, green energies. So all these are points, but how an economy of country. So I got a training from Warsaw University Economics Department. I stayed there 12 days. Amazing. When you enter into somebody else's field, you are zero. The moment I go to physics department, I'll wear an ego. 30 years experience of physics professor. So somebody wants to tell me something, no, ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा होता है, because that is my prestige issue, right? I know if he tells me it's a nanomagnetic, I'll say no, this is that. Sorry. And when I enter economics department, when I enter management department, when I did education in Israel I frequent visited. 5 of the Israeli universities I am working with, and amazing results came out. I got a lot of grants. It's more than 2 crores of grants I have fetched for my institution in last 4 years, just because of networking. Networking can fetch. Collaboration and networking is the mantra, dear teachers. Stop, confining you into your own department. You know all that. You have already done PG. You have already done doctorate into your own branch. Go into somewhere where you don't know anything. Go and sit into zoology class. Go and sit into physics class. If you are an engineer, go to law school and you will see, there is such a great connection between engineering and law, between social laws, between green laws, between sustainability. Amazing. And you are zero, no? So you come with a full antenna stretched on of learning attitudes. And that learning attitude can take you to any height. The moment you wear an ego and the brand, PhD in physics. I did PhD in 1994. When there was not Google, when there was not Microsoft, when there was not internet available into Nagpur, वो degree का मैं क्या करूँगा आज? And I cannot say I did a degree from Bhabha Atomic Research Center. My PhD, 1994, I spent 7 lakhs rupees on my doctorate. Even today, people are not spending 8-10 lakhs on doctorate because it was fully funded by Atomic Energy Commission. So I used to get unlimited amounts for my travel and for my experimental work and testings. Fantastic. तो वो हुआ उसका क्या? What is that I have learned today is the point of importance. आज मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? I changed my CV. Sorry, I'm not boasting you. Please don't misunderstand me. It is out of 30 years of experience and most of you can be junior to me, just trying to set the things into, the ball setting into the role. ऐसे होता नहीं है. इसमें, we need to, कितनी सारी चीजें करना है और कितना सब कुछ करना है. वो लेबल पहन के मैं डॉक्टर, फिजिक्स डॉक्टर, who cares? Change the style. I change, CV अगर मैंने इनको भेजा है ना, I change my CV every month, and that is a trigger to my mind. I cannot send if this is February, March abhi. So my CV should call Dr. Vivek CV, Dr. Vivek Nanoti, March 2022. अगर मैं जनवरी में वही था और मार्च में भी वही हो तो फिर क्या फायदा? Growth mindset is important, dear teachers. I am working currently with 11 world-class universities like TU Berlin, IST Lisbon, Bern, Croatia, Magdeburg, Edinburgh, Norway, Riga, Latvia. I'm frequent visitor to Israeli universities. 5 of them are close friends of mine. And none of them is engineering college, I tell you. 5 इजरायली यूनिवर्सिटी जाता हूं लेकिन उसमें का एक भी इंजीनियरिंग वाला नहीं है. 3 in Nepal, 3 in Kyrgyzstan. I visit frequently. I'm a super traveler. I mean, it's my hobby. This training, giving training and traveling is my hobby. And third is my personal hobby, that is singing. If you log into my YouTube channel, pandemic came and I was disturbed and I thought, oh, what to do now? And then 8-10 दिन चले, मोदी जी ने लॉक कर दिया था. And people started enjoying making cakes and making and washing and putting the posters on Facebook that I am mopping I am झाड़ू लगा रहा हूँ और पोछा लगा रहा हूँ. That ended within 8-10 days. And then I decided that I must use online platforms now. You will not believe God's grace. I got so many invitations. Into last 400-450 days since 2 साल हो गए, जो भी 600 दिन में I have done more than 400 webinars, which were covered by more than 50,000 audience into 23 countries. This could happen only because of this thing, this laptop, this mobile, this network, this WebEx, this WebEx, Microsoft Teams, and this Zoom and Google Meet. Amazing, amazing. And the days which I couldn't get invitation, किसी 2-4 दिन अगर मेरे को invitation ना रहे कोई यूनिवर्सिटी से, तो I still wear something formal, sit in front of my laptop and I create a lecture and post it on YouTube. That way, in last 2 years, I have posted 135 videos on my YouTube. करना पड़ेगा यार, क्या करेंगे? This is something which is so important. Life is running, I am 53. मेरे को करना पड़ेगा. पिछले 2 साल में मेरा YouTube चैनल ही नहीं था. One of my students created a YouTube channel for me and said, "Sir, you must post your speeches on that." I said, मेरे को समय ही नहीं है. And then समय मिल गया. Pandemic was there, समय, lockdown. So 400 something I did lectures, webinars to various countries, and remaining 130 days I did for my own, uploaded my videos. कोई देखे ना देखे, मेरे को बोलने में मजा आ रहा है. So I did that job. It was for self-satisfaction. So collaboration and network is a mantra, dear students, dear teachers. See to it that जब तक आप उनको लेबर से हटाते नहीं, जब तक आप, these are some achievements at my place. Amazing innovations they have done. Innovation का कीड़ा मेरे में, when I was 1994 की बात बता, the fellow in this photo, he is my student. He is just 20 years older to me. So he was a 10th standard student, he was 10th standard pass. And when way back, I was teaching into taking one class in Polytechnic, 1994, 95, I think. And this fellow was sitting in the first bench and I thought my principal is on the round or what. He was still then bald and white hair and all that. That time he was 44 year age. And I was worried कि मेरा lecture सुनने के लिए principal है. He stood up and said, "Sir, I am your student." And said, "I am a 10th pass student and I have 20 years of experience and I have amazing inculcation for innovation and I have 4 patents to my name which are paying me back." We are talking about innovation today. 1994 में ये sir आए थे मेरे पास. He is Mr. B.K. Jha. He had 4 patents then. And then he did a polytechnic fully funded by his company. And now today he got retired, so came to me. I gifted him some memento. I was felt so nice. I could meet him after almost 20 years. And now he has got 14 extremely useful patents for he is getting, royalties and all. He's earned a lot of money through his innovation. But that innovation mindset was when he was only 10th pass. Point I want to put across is, it is the student's interest. He became immediately good friend because his classmates used to call him Jha uncle, right? So he was uncle to them. Students were 16-year-old and their classmate was 44-year-old. So he used to sit into my cabin and he became so wonderful friend of mine. He was a first year student and became best friend of mine. So I'll skip few of them. I talked to Baidyanath and we could collaborate with Baidyanath. Baidyanath is an product company. We did a project with WCL. We did with Mahindra and Mahindra. There can be so many projects. I have like 54 lakhs for social entrepreneurship, green economy 54 lakhs, fake news 22 lakhs. 2 projects I may get on AI on 75 lakhs next month. Now I have applied for cyber security, which I am expecting another 80 lakhs. So European Union, American Union, Indo-Canada, Indo-Japan, there are numerous people who can pay you. provided you are strong believer of networking and collaborations and interdisciplinary. Learn to make students understand that knowledge can be converted into wealth. Otherwise, that knowledge patent ki list of patents. Throw it into your dustbin, no use. One patent and earning a royalty, converting your knowledge, converting your skills, competency into your wealth is something one has to understand. Idea to prototype, these are the things. So create a space, create time, motivate them, understand what they love, where innovation can happen, and give a space and time and an emotional connect with the students so that you will not even realize that your teaching learning behavior has created large number of innovation. Thank you so much, all of you. I'm open for questions. 5 minutes we have for questions. I'm extremely thankful to all there who were amazing audience today. I just share my own experience, some skills and tips which you can implement to see to it that you can realize the dream of education 4.0. Having innovation getting produced is something which is so prime and paramount importance. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you.
Wonderful. What a roller coaster ride you had taken us, sir. Wonderful. We can listen to you hours and hours put together without even break. And I can tell you that we can hold the chemical reactions happening in the body for listening to you. That is guaranteed.
Thank you so much.
Amazing work, and the kind of work you have been doing it is exceptional, mind-boggling.
Thank you.
And we are so grateful.
My details are on the screen. We can connect. When I talk about networking and collaboration, तो मैंने अपना side open रखना चाहिए. So I am open to connect. You can follow me on all my social media. I am extremely active on all social media. Just write down Vivek Nanavati on what? YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I have daily posts because I believe in. I have 22,000 followers on LinkedIn. So please connect me with LinkedIn. It's a wonderful professional network wherein we can really connect professionally on our own topics. So use all social media, put Vivek Nanavati, follow me on all those. Let us connect and make this place a better place. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great, wonderful, amazing. It's an exceptional experience we had today on this call. Now we are also joined with Professor R.B. Jadeja, who is the Dean of Research and Development here at our university. We would request him to come on screen, and if he has anything to share and comment, and please feel free, sir. What a journey we had today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Vivek Nanavati, sir. Just I have listened you for 20-25 minutes, but it's very energetic, and rightly you have said that networking is the right tool. In today's world, whatever we have done in past, that is not important, but currently what we are doing, that is most important. And if we connect with the entire world, we'll come to know that where is the world and where we are standing. So thank you very much for sparing time with you, and definitely we are very motivated with your talk, and our faculty members and our entire team will remain in touch with you, and definitely we are going to take the benefit with your connections, as well as will utilize your expertise to collaborate in terms of research and in terms of other things with you. So on behalf of Marwadi University, sir, I am very thankful to you for providing a wonderful speech to our research scholar, to our faculty members, and to all. So thank you very much to join this expert talk, sir. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
What a great idea that my resume every month, it is resume of March, resume of April.
Super mirror, right? We need to upgrade.
Great idea, great. I salute. Wonderful. We have also Sarang Pandey sir with us. He's the principal of Faculty of PG Studies. If you have anything to share, please feel free, and we'll open to all the participants also. If anybody wants, please raise your hands. We will give the right to unmute yourself and directly talk to Professor Nanavati. It will be great privilege, great honor for all of us.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Yes.
Sarang, sir.
Sarang sir, you can unmute yourself and
Yeah,
then
thank you for allowing me to speak. I know Dr. Vivek Nanoti from my childhood.
I saw your name.
Yeah,
And then,
I
So
have heard him
Pandeji, now I
singing.
have one complaint for you. So why you have not connected with him in earlier before this FTP?
very right complaint, very right.
Yeah, correct.
Charge on him.
Yes. You are working with MU since last 5-6 years, right? And you have connected with Dr. Vivek right now only.
I was, sir, searching for a right platform to introduce him.
No, just I am saying this in light terms.
In fact, I wanted to have one question for you. You were stating about the Macaulay system in the beginning.
Yeah.
And we know that our Gurukul system has a very influence on creating very nice knowledge. I have seen one teacher who used to sing prayers in the beginning of his lecture, and that had created a lot of interest in the students attending the class. So, do you think that we should bring back those days? Maybe suggestion like singing prayer in the beginning of the class can influence the learning.
Yeah, fine. Great to connect, Sarang sir, after so many years, and it's amazing to see you. Maybe virtual whenever you are in Nagpur. Let's meet. Thank you so much. But I feel like I had been to many institutions pan world, and then there can be, as long as that prayer is it's not religious prayer, because somebody will say, come on, I don't believe this God, and I'll keep mute, and I mean, India is such an lingual and multi-religious and multi-caste country. So Gurukul was, it was a powerful thing, Sandipani. So फिर दुर्योधन भी आ जाए, कृष्ण भी आ जाए, तो सांदीपनी है. But in country like India, we should have prayers. I've seen many schools have created beautiful prayer of strengthening, of collaborations, of praying God for His blessings. So thus such players can always motivate. I always believe in sensitizing students to create, prayer से क्या हो जाता है? It is like talking.
एक positive vibration.
बहुत अच्छी आती है. If you can create an non-religious type का कोई prayer हो, फिर कोई मुस्लिम है, कोई बौद्ध है, कोई कुछ ये है, फिर उसको बोलना नहीं है. Something like that should not get cropped up. Best है, अच्छी सी prayer किसी से लिखवा लीजिए. There are many good poets in this country, or there are many available. अभी मैं बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटी जाता हूं तो they use prayers. Into my webinars also, वेबिनार के पहले बहुत अच्छी प्रेयर्स हुई है और बहुत अच्छी प्रेयर्स है. सो दे शुड नॉट बी फादर्स प्रेयर, क्रिश्चियन प्रेयर और हिंदू प्रेयर, और वो मत करना. बढ़िया सी कोई प्रेयर क्रिएट करिए जिसमें बच्चे का वो दिल में लग जाए. यस, आई एम हियर फॉर एजुकेशन, आई एम हियर फॉर मेकिंग दिस वर्ल्ड एज अ बेटर प्लेस, एंड आई एम हियर टू मेक एन वेरी कोई स्पेसिफिक कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू दिस प्लैनेट अर्थ. ये ऐसी वाली कोई फीलिंग की कविता आ जाए ना. आई ऑलवेज टेल स्टूडेंट, यार यू आर नॉट गार्बेज. गॉड हैज नॉट क्रिएटेड गार्बेज, धरती पे फेंक दिया कि जाओ नौकरी करो और मर जाओ. इसके लिए हमको बनाया नहीं ऊपर वाले ने. हमको एक बहुत ही निर्धारित गंतव्य की ओर दौड़ते रहना है, और इस धरती को, दिस प्लैनेट अर्थ हैज टू बी चेंज्ड स्लाइटली टू बी एन इम्प्रूव्ड थिंग. तो या धरती पर इस थीम के साथ कोई प्रेयर हो जाए ना, बच्चों में ऐसी आग लग जाना चाहिए. एंड विद दैट ऑल मोटिवेशन, स्टूडेंट विल गियर अप फॉर, एंड द इनोवेटर्स कैन कम अप. दैट इज द पॉइंट.
Right. Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Pandey, for your inputs. So is there any question from participants? You may raise your hand or you may write in the chat box. Otherwise, you can directly connect with Sir as well. Sir has given all his credentials to connect on social media platform as well as on official platform as well. So thank you very much, sir, for this insightful talk based on academics. Because actually academics 5.0, how to interrelate this 4.0 and 5.0. So thank you very much for this. talks.
So Ritesh, if you have 1 minute, can I ask one just question or one to Dr. Vivek, sir?
Sir, please go ahead.
Dr. Vivek, in Israel, you have visited Tel Aviv University?
I visited Talhai.
Okay.
We are tied up with Talhai University, IDC. IDC is an best institution there, interdisciplinary. Then I had been to Saknin. So these three important institutions, like Saknin is an education college. It's a university.
Yeah, I understand. Because Tel Aviv is also a world-renowned university, and the ranking is very, very high, and majority it's famous for research work.
I have visited that university, but I'm not tied up. I just visited just for sake of
Understand. Yes.
Tel Aviv is an airport.
Tel Aviv. Yeah.
So, but I have no connections there. I just visited to see the department, but I have worked with IDC, interdisciplinary. It's in Herzliya. So entire institution is funded for entrepreneurship by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Huge grants.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Saknin College. And
in Israel, I think they are doing very good in terms of research and in terms of cyber security and other things.
Three important things: entrepreneurship, defense,
correct,
and agrotech. No comparison. All 5 countries are like bombarding. They cannot touch Israel. I've seen those borders. I had been to all borders to see like Lebanon border. And
I have visited Tel Aviv.
Yeah.
So I know what kind of security level they have even at airport, and what kind of inquiry they are doing when you are entering and living to the country.
Brave country.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you, Dr. Vivek. We'll remain in touch, and then after we'll discuss. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.